Hey guys, TrueGreen7 here, and today I'm going to debunk 15 Pokemon misconceptions that have been plaguing Pokemon fans for generations. I will explain false information that Pokemon players have believed to be true, like how he thought Brendan's hat was his hair or Lugia was the water type, when in fact it's a psychic flying type. So let's dive right into misconception number 1. Psyduck and Golduck's names were mistakenly switched in the English versions. It's often mistaken that Psyduck and Golduck's names were accidentally switched during localization because Golduck is blue and utilizes its psychic abilities while Psyduck is the golden one. But in fact, Golduck's name in Japan is also Golduck. This is because gold is often used in the Pokemon canon to symbolize the psychic type. Like how the Marsh badge Sabrina gives you is golden. The Marsh badge is also even called the Gold badge in Japan. Misconception number 2. Spinda is based on the red panda. While the two kinda share a color scheme, Spinda's physiology is nothing like a red panda. That's because Spinda is most probably based on the Chinling panda. This origin is definitely more logical since the markings and colors match up, as well as the body shape. Misconception number 3. It's a common misconception that these Pokemon are pronounced Dino, Zweilous, and Hydreigon. But in fact, their pronunciation is actually Dino, Zweilous, and Hydreigon, mimicking 1, 2, and 3, which is German for 1, 2, and 3. In fact, this evolutionary line was originally going to be based off German tanks, but the idea was scrapped and the tank tread marks were even added to the final design. Misconception number 4. Gorebyss and Lanturn are the Dolphin Pokemon. Hahaha, wrong! While the two do have dolphin-like elements, Gorebyss is based on the snipe eel and or pipefish. I mean, its counterpart Huntail is clearly based on an eel, so why would you think otherwise, you dingus? And Lanturn, like Chinchou, the angler Pokemon, is based on the anglerfish. Don't let its adorable face fool you. Misconception number 5. Machoke's belt is part of its body. Machoke's champion belt is actually not part of its body. Numerous Pokedex entries state that its muscular body is so powerful that it must wear a power-saving belt to regulate its motions. But where the hell does the belt come from? Don't ask me. Misconception number 6. Rogenrolla's face hole is an eye. Rogenrolla's hexagonal eye hole is actually its ear. It tends to walk in the direction sound is coming from. Misconception number 7. Unown is a legendary. It's not. People tend to think it's a legendary because of its mysterious appearance in the 3rd movie and Pokemon Crystal. Plus, they can't breed and are as old as some of the oldest legendary Pokemon, so that definitely fueled the misconception. Misconception number 8. Exeggcute is an egg. Considering how its name and species pretty much imply that it's an egg, the Pokedex explicitly says that they are often mistaken for eggs and that they are most likely seeds. They're grass types for crying out loud, not protein types. That shouldn't even be a thing. Misconception number 9. Mr. Mime are all male. It's a common misconception that since all Jinx are female, that its psychic counterpart, Mr. Mime, is only male. It actually isn't, and in Japan they wouldn't even consider making Mr. Mime all male because its Japanese name is Barriered. Not Mr. Barriered, Sir Barriered, or Lord Barriered, just Barriered. Misconception number 10. Phione evolves into Manaphy. Phione does not evolve into Manaphy. It's only bred from a Manaphy or Phione and serves as the second Sea Guardian. It's also disputed whether or not Phione is a mythical Pokemon. Misconception number 11. Pineco is a pinecone. Pineco is actually not a pinecone, it's a bagworm, just like Burmy. But that's the point. It's supposed to look like a pinecone to fool predators. Sure, it looks dumb, but it's pretty smart. Misconception number 12. Zigzagoon is a raccoon. Zigzagoon, the tiny raccoon Pokemon, is actually called the tiny raccoon dog Pokemon in Japan, proving that Zigzagoon is actually a tanuki and not a raccoon. Here is a picture of Mario in his tanuki suit. Kinda related, but not necessary. Misconception number 13. Flygon is based on a dragonfly. Even though Flygon's name and typing implies that it's based on a dragonfly, its evolutionary family is actually based on the life cycle of the antlion, an insect that is commonly mistaken for a dragonfly. As you can see, Trapinch is based on the larva stage of the antlion, and Flygon is based on the adult stage. Misconception number 14. Jigglypuff is light pink with green eyes. That's actually its shiny form. Sometimes in the anime, and even in the first 3 Super Smash Bros. Games, Jigglypuff's default appearance was actually her shiny form, since a normal Jigglypuff is pink with blue eyes. And here, Jigglypuff has green eyes and light pink fur. This was corrected in Super Smash Bros. Wii U and 3DS. Misconception number 15. Squirtle is a squirrel turtle. Yeah, this conclusion is clearly based on misinformation and cultural misinterpretation. Squirtle is a combination of squirt and turtle, cause guess what? It squirts water like all the time. Its Japanese name is also Zenigame, which means pond turtle. Plus, the only thing that English-speaking fans use to prove their argument is its curly tail. Well, that's actually designed after the Japanese legend of the Minogame, an ancient turtle that grew a tail made of seaweed. War Turtle's tail is more of a clear reference to this. You won't believe how many people believe in this squirrel turtle myth. Check out the comment section of my Pokemon Starter Origins video to see all the people who fell for this theory. And check out Bulbatube's video about the misconceptions between the Marsh and Soul Badge in Generation 1. And of course, share this video with all your friends. Subscribe and like if you haven't, and I'll see you guys very, very, very soon.